The trailer does not begin with noise or chaos. It begins with silence, and that silence feels dangerous. Hawkins looks familiar, but something is deeply wrong. Streets are empty. Buildings are broken, and the air feels heavy, like the town itself is holding its breath. From the very first moment, the Stranger Things 5-Volume2Trailer makes one thing clear. This is not just another fight. This is the end of a long nightmare. And no one is safe anymore. The trailer opens a dark door and slowly pulls us inside. Hawkins is no longer the warm, strange town we once knew. It feels cold, wounded, and scared. Cracks from the upside down still cut through the ground like scars that will not heal. The sky looks dull and the colors feel drained, as if hope itself is fading away. There is no sense of peace, only the feeling that something evil is watching and waiting. The quiet moments are just as scary as the loud ones, because they remind us that the danger is always close, even when nothing is moving. This part of the trailer focuses heavily on mood instead of action. We see long shots of empty roads, broken homes, and places that once felt safe. The school, the streets, and even familiar rooms now feel haunted. It shows that the upside down is no longer a secret world. Its damage is visible everywhere, and Hawkins cannot pretend anymore. People are not just afraid of monsters now. They are afraid of what their town has become. This change in tone tells us that Volume 2 will be darker, slower, and more painful than anything before. The trailer also makes it clear that time is running out. There is a sense of waiting, like the calm before a storm that everyone knows is coming. Characters are not rushing or shouting. They are standing still, thinking and bracing themselves. This makes the danger feel more real instead of fast action. We feel pressure building with every second. It feels like the story is telling us that once this next chapter begins, there will be no turning back. What makes this opening so powerful is how it connects the past to the present. Small details remind us of earlier seasons, but they now feel twisted and sad. Places that once held childhood memories now feel like reminders of loss. The trailer quietly tells us that growing up came with a price, and now that price must be paid. The darkness is no longer hidden in another world. It has stepped into the light, and Hawkins is forced to face it. By the end of this section, the message is clear. Stranger Things 5-Volume2 is not about saving Hawkins anymore. It is about surviving what comes next. The door has already been opened. The damage has already been done, and the final chapter has begun. This trailer does not promise hope. It promises truth, fear, and an ending that will change everything forever. 11 appears in the trailer, looking different from before. She is quieter, more distant, and clearly carrying a heavy weight inside her. Her face shows fear, but also deep exhaustion, as if she has been fighting the same battle for too long. The strength that once made her confident now feels unstable. Every time she tries to use her powers, it seems to cost her something personal. This section of the trailer focuses on her inner struggle more than her abilities, showing that the real fight is happening inside her mind. Throughout the scenes, Eleven is often alone. Even when others are nearby, she feels separated, like she is standing on a different path. The trailer uses silence around her to show how lonely her journey has become. She is no longer the girl discovering her power. She is someone who knows exactly what that power can destroy. The memories of past losses are written all over her expressions. Friends have been hurt, homes have been lost, and Hawkins is broken. She carries the blame for much of it, even if it was never truly her fault. There are moments where her powers flicker instead of exploding with force. This is important because it shows doubt. Fear has found its way into her strength. The trailer suggests that her connection to the upside down is deeper than ever, and that connection is dangerous. It feels like the line between her and Vecna is getting thinner. The story hints that using her powers may bring her closer to him instead of stopping him. This creates a painful question. Is her strength the solution or part of the problem? Her Relationship with the group also feels strained, not because they do not care, but because they are all afraid of what is coming. 11 seems to understand something the others do not fully see yet. She knows this battle may demand a sacrifice. Her quiet moments feel like goodbye moments, even when no words are spoken. The trailer shows her watching others from a distance, almost like she is preparing herself to walk a path alone if she has to. This part of the story also reminds us how much 11 has grown. She's no longer just reacting to danger. She is thinking, planning, and questioning her role in all of this. She is tired of being a weapon. She wants peace, but peace may not be possible anymore. The pain in her eyes tells us that she understands the cost of ending this war, and that cost may be her own future, by focusing on her emotional state instead of big action. The trailer makes her journey feel more human and heartbreaking. 11 is standing at a breaking point where fear, power, love, and duty all collide. Volume 2 seems ready to push her to make the hardest choice of her life. Not just how to fight, but whether she is willing to lose herself to save everyone else. Vecna's presence in the trailer is quiet, but it feels heavier than ever before. He does not need to rush or hide anymore. Every frame that hints at him carries a sense of control, as if the world is already moving exactly how he wants it to. Unlike earlier seasons, where the danger crept in slowly, this time the threat feels fully awake. Vecna is no longer testing his power. He is using it without fear or restraint. The trailer suggests that Vecna's true plan has finally reached its final stage. The Upside Down is not just bleeding into Hawkins anymore. It is taking root, cracks in the ground, dark growth spreading across walls, and the air itself feeling wrong. All point to one truth. Vecna wants the two worlds to become one. He is not interested in destruction alone. He wants control, silence, and dominance over everything that lives. Hawkins is not just a target. It is the center of his design. Small visual details in the trailer reveal how deeply Vecna is connected to this invasion. The vines, the shadows, and the distorted spaces move as if they are alive, responding to his thoughts. This shows that he is no longer limited by distance or form, even when he is not on screen. His influence is everywhere. It feels like the characters are walking through his mind, trapped inside a world shaped by his anger and pain. The trailer also hints that Vecna understands the heroes better than they understand him. He knows their fears, their regrets, and their weakest moments. His power is not just physical, it is emotional. He feeds on guilt and sorrow, turning personal pain into weapons. This makes him more dangerous than ever, because fighting him means facing the darkest parts of oneself. Every step closer to stopping him comes with emotional damage. There is also a sense that Vecna believes he has already won. His movements are slow, confident, and deliberate. This confidence makes the danger feel unavoidable. He is not reacting to the hero's actions. He is guiding them towards something terrible. The trailer suggests that he wants them to witness the end, to understand that their struggle was never about winning, but about delaying the inevitable. What makes this part of the story truly frightening is the idea that Vecna may be tied directly to the fate of Hawkins. If he falls, the town may fall with him. If he survives, the world may never return to normal. This creates a terrible choice for the heroes, one with no clear right answer. The trailer does not explain this fully, but it plants the fear deep in the viewer's mind by focusing on Vecna's calm power instead of loud violence. The trailer shows how unstoppable he has become. He is not just a monster anymore. He is a force shaping reality itself. Volume 2 is setting up a final clash where strength alone will not be enough. To defeat Vecna, the characters may have to give up everything they are holding onto, including the world they are trying to save. Hawkins no longer feels like a normal town trying to survive strange events. It feels like a place already lost. The trailer shows streets filled with damage, buildings standing but broken, and people moving with fear in their eyes. Life has not stopped, but it has changed into something tense and fragile. Every corner of Hawkins carries the mark of what has already happened, and the town looks like it is waiting for the final blow. The presence of the military adds another layer of fear. Armed vehicles, soldiers, and restricted areas suggest that the situation is beyond control. This is no longer a problem the town can hide or explain away. Outside forces are now involved, but instead of bringing safety, they bring pressure and mistrust. People are watched, questioned, and controlled. The trailer shows how quickly fear turns neighbors into suspects and silence into survival. The people of Hawkins are clearly divided. Some want answers, some want to escape, and others want someone to blame. The sense of community that once defined the town feels broken. Families are scared to leave their homes, and familiar faces look distant and guarded. The trailer makes it clear that danger does not only come from the upside down. It also comes from panic, anger, and loss of trust among the people. Another powerful element in this section is how normal life has disappeared. Schools, shops, and streets that once felt alive now feel empty and tense. The town feels stuck between worlds, unable to move forward or go back. The cracks from the upside down are not just physical. They represent emotional damage that cannot be repaired easily. Hawkins is not just under attack, it is emotionally collapsing from the inside. The trailer also suggests that escape may no longer be possible. Roads look blocked, borders feel sealed, and the town seems trapped. Hawkins has become a cage. Those who stay are forced to face the danger, while those who want to leave may not get the chance. This sense of being stuck raises the stakes for every character. There is no safe place left. No quiet corner to hide in. What makes this situation even more painful is the memory of what Hawkins used to be. The trailer quietly reminds us of the past through familiar locations now damaged and dark. It shows how innocence has been replaced with fear. The town that once held friendships, laughter, and normal life is now a battlefield. Every step forward feels like walking through ruins of childhood. By turning Hawkins into a place of fear and control. The trailer shows how high the cost of this war has become. The fight is no longer just about stopping a monster. It is about saving what little humanity remains in a town on the edge of collapse. Volume 2 is setting the stage for a final stand where Hawkins itself may not survive. Even if the heroes do, the relationships between the characters feel heavier and more fragile than ever before. In the trailer, conversations are short, and many emotions are left unspoken. Friends look at each other like they want to say something important, but are afraid of the truth behind the words. Every moment together feels meaningful, as if they all know time is running out. The bond that once felt carefree is now shaped by fear, loss, and the reality of what they may soon face. The trailer shows quiet moments that speak louder than action. A shared glance, a slow walk side by side, or a hand placed on a shoulder carries deep meaning. These small gestures suggest that the characters are preparing for the possibility of loss. They are holding onto each other not just for comfort, but because they may not get another chance. The silence between them feels heavy, filled with memories of those they have already lost. Past deaths still hang over the group like a shadow. The pain of losing friends has changed how they see the world. They are more careful, more serious, and more aware of the cost of failure. The trailer reminds us that survival has never been guaranteed in this story. Each character seems to understand that this final fight may demand more than bravery. It may demand sacrifice. Some friendships appear strained under the pressure. Fear makes people pull away or act differently. The trailer hints at moments of tension where trust is tested, not because of betrayal, but because everyone is scared. When danger becomes constant, even the strongest bonds can crack. Yet, despite this, there is still loyalty. Even when characters disagree or doubt each other, they stay together because they know being alone is worse. There is also a sense that certain characters are preparing themselves for the worst. Their actions feel more careful, their words more thoughtful. It feels like they are trying to leave something behind, even if they do not realize it. The trailer uses these moments to quietly suggest that not everyone will make it through the end. The danger feels personal now, and directly at the people we have grown to care about. What makes this section emotionally powerful is how real it feels. There are no big speeches or dramatic promises. Instead, there is honesty, fear, and love. The characters are no longer just fighting monsters. They are fighting to protect each other and the memories they share. Their friendships are the only light left in a dark world. As Volume 2 approaches its final moments, the trailer makes one thing clear. The strength of these friendships will be tested like never before, whether they survive or not. The choices they make together will define who they truly are. In the end, the story is not just about saving Hawkins. It is about holding onto each other, even when everything else is falling apart. This part of the trailer carries a strong feeling of goodbye. It does not say it out loud, but everything about it feels final. The music slows down, the scenes last a little longer, and the faces of the characters feel more thoughtful. It is as if the story itself is pausing to look back before moving forward. The trailer makes it clear that this is not just another chapter. This is the closing of a journey that began many years ago. There are quiet callbacks to earlier seasons that feel emotional instead of exciting. Familiar places appear again, but they no longer feel safe or happy. A room, a street, or a simple object brings back memories of when the characters were younger and life was simpler. These moments remind us how much time has passed and how much has been lost along the way. Childhood is gone, and what remains is responsibility, pain, and hard choices. The characters move differently now. They are calmer, more serious, and more aware of the weight they carry. Their expressions suggest that they understand what is coming, even if they are afraid to face it. The trailer shows them standing still, looking ahead, as if preparing themselves for something they cannot avoid. It feels like each of them is saying goodbye to the life they once knew. This section also hints that victory may not look the way we expect. Saving the world may not mean everyone survives or everything returns to normal. The trailer suggests that the cost of ending this nightmare could be permanent. Some doors, once closed, may never open again. Some losses may never heal. This makes the idea of a happy ending feel uncertain, and that uncertainty adds emotional depth to the story. There is a strong sense that the story is asking one final question. What are they willing to give up to stop the darkness, power, safety, dreams, or even each other? The trailer does not answer this, but it shows characters making choices that feel heavy and final. These are not choices made lightly. They are choices made because there is no other option left. What makes this moment powerful is its honesty. It does not promise that everything will be okay. Instead, it respects the journey and the pain that came with it. It treats the ending as something meaningful, not rushed or easy. The trailer seems to honor the characters by letting them face the end with courage, even if fear is still present. As Volume 2 moves closer to its conclusion, this section reminds you that endings are not just about what is lost, but about what remains, the memories, the friendships, and the courage to stand up when it matters most, whatever happens next. The story is ready to say goodbye in a way that feels earned, emotional, and unforgettable.